Over 99% of the creatures on this planet eat as much as they want, whenever they want, and never become overweight. By following the same biological rules they do, you can eat your favorite foods and still reach your ideal weight. This is not a diet. There is no calorie counting, no restrictive portion control, and no need to rely on willpower to ignore your hunger. The Easy Way system is a method for aligning your eating habits with the specialized digestive system Mother Nature designed for our species over millions of years. To begin, you only need 3 things: a weighing scale, a fridge stocked with fresh produce, and a willingness to unlearn the conditioning taught to you by the diet industry. Long-term weight loss isn't achieved through starvation. It is achieved by providing the specific biological fuel your body was built to process. Step 1 is establishing your starting point. Step on the scale today and have someone take a photograph of you in your swimwear. Because your weight won't appear to change much from one day to the next, checking the scale every morning is often discouraging. To track your progress accurately, weigh yourself exactly once a week at the same time. Step 2 is the morning protocol. From the moment you wake up until lunchtime, eat absolutely nothing but fresh, ripe fruit. Fruit has the highest water and nutrient content of any food group. Because it is so easily processed, your body can absorb its energy almost immediately after you eat it. However, you must avoid the mistake of eating fruit after a heavy meal. Fruit digests so quickly that if it gets trapped behind denser foods like meat or bread, it will begin to putrefy in your stomach. By keeping fruit on an empty stomach, you ensure that your body extracts energy efficiently without the digestive stagnation that leads to weight gain. Step 3 addresses your lunch and dinner by introducing the junk margin. This chart shows the ideal ratio for your plate. You want 70% of your intake to be natural foods like vegetables, nuts, and seeds. The remaining 30% is your junk margin for meat, dairy, or processed items. When you eat a diet of purely processed junk food, your body is forced to work harder to digest the food than the energy it receives in return. Your body is the most sophisticated survival machine on Earth. Eating highly processed food is as ineffective as trying to run a luxury sports car on shredded plastic buckets. To hit your target every day, commit to eating a large, fresh salad alongside every main meal. This simple habit automatically fulfills your 70% requirement. Using that 30% junk margin for a steak or a piece of cake removes the feeling of deprivation. This makes the system sustainable where traditional diets fail. Step 4 is food combining. To keep your digestion efficient, you must stop mixing heavy proteins and heavy carbohydrates in the same meal. Your stomach uses acid-based juices to digest proteins and alkaline-based juices to digest carbohydrates. When you mix these two together, the acid and alkaline neutralize each other. Digestion stops, leaving the food to sit in your stomach as a stagnant, heavy sludge. Pair your protein with a salad, or pair your carbohydrates with vegetables. Have wholemeal pasta with pesto, or chicken with a salad. Just don't eat the chicken and the pasta at the same time. By respecting your stomach's chemistry, you ensure that food is processed and eliminated quickly, rather than being stored as excess fat. Step 5 is mastering hunger. To do this, eat slowly and stop the exact moment you feel satisfied. It is also vital to distinguish between hunger and thirst. Humans frequently mistake the physical sensation of dehydration for a need to eat. This problem is made worse when we rely on coffee, tea, or alcohol to quench our thirst. These drinks are diuretics. A diuretic is a substance that encourages the body to expel more water than it takes in. As this graph shows, while they provide a brief spike, your hydration levels soon plunge, creating a cycle of fatigue and false hunger. Drinking pure water is the only way to break this cycle. Once you are hydrated, your body's true hunger signals can function accurately again. To recap, start with a fruit-only breakfast, maintain a 70-30 ratio with daily salads, combine your foods correctly, and rely on water for hydration. Digestion uses more energy than any other single function in the human body. By shifting to foods that process efficiently, you stop wasting internal resources on heavy, stagnant meals. You will notice you have more energy available for your daily life because your system is no longer constantly overworked. You can use this reclaimed energy to take up a sport or hobby you genuinely enjoy. When you're no longer sluggish, physical activity becomes a pleasure rather than a chore used to burn off calories. By treating your body as the sophisticated machine it is, weight control becomes a natural byproduct of your lifestyle. and you are finally free to enjoy your food and your life.